Have you ever wondered what's in a name? What if I told you that the name of your potential spouse could shape your married life? Intriguing, isn't it? The power of a name, the essence it carries, the meaning it holds. Names are not mere labels. They are a reflection of identity, a symbol of heritage, and sometimes a predictor of destiny. Today we delve into an intriguing topic. We are going to explore 10 names that might bring an air of misfortune if you marry a woman bearing such a name. These names, steeped in history and folklore, have connotations that suggest they could be unlucky, quarrelsome, or uncooperative. Before we proceed, remember, a name does not define a person, but it can carry significant cultural, historical, or personal weight. So, are you ready to dive into these potentially unlucky names? Let's proceed with caution. The 10th name on our list is Lilith, a name of Assyrian origin. Steeped in ancient lore and mythology, the name Lilith carries with it a certain eerie quality. In Assyrian beliefs, Lilith was considered a night monster or ghost. This dark association stems from ancient Jewish folklore where Lilith is depicted as a demon of the night. She's often portrayed as a figure of terror, haunting the dreams of the innocent with her spectral presence. This chilling characterization has been woven into the fabric of our cultural consciousness, making the name Lilith synonymous with the macabre. From the biblical to the mythological, the name Lilith carries with it a sense of the supernatural, the uncanny, and the downright frightful. Quite a spooky start, isn't it? Let's move on to the next name. The 9th name we have is Jezebel, a name of Hebrew origin. The story of Jezebel is one that has been passed down through generations, originating from the biblical times. Jezebel, the wife of King Ahab, was a queen known for her wickedness and manipulation. She is often depicted as an immoral and seductive woman who led her husband astray and incited him to do evil. Jezebel's story is a tale of deceit, betrayal, and ultimate downfall. Her name has since become synonymous with women who are seen as manipulative, untrustworthy, and seductive. It's a name that carries a heavy burden of negative connotations, from its historical implications to its modern interpretations. From the biblical times to the present, Jezebel remains a name with an unfortunate reputation. The name Jezebel has been etched into our collective consciousness as a symbol of a woman who uses her charms for wicked purposes. Next up, we have the name Cassandra, of Greek origin. Now, this name carries an interesting story from ancient Greek mythology. You see, Cassandra was a beautiful maiden who caught the eye of the god Apollo. Apollo, smitten by her beauty, bestowed upon her the gift of prophecy. However, when Cassandra didn't return his affections, the god was furious. He couldn't take back his gift, but he added a cruel twist to it. Cassandra would continue to utter true prophecies, but no one would ever believe her. This led to her tragic life, filled with frustration and despair, as she foresaw devastating events but could do nothing to prevent them. Her name has since been associated with misfortune and disbelief. So, marrying a lady named Cassandra might bring you a beautiful partner, but be prepared for a life where her words of wisdom may go unheard. A name with a tragic tale attached to it. Let's move on to the next one. The 7th name is Pandora, another name of Greek origin. Pandora is a name that hails from the ancient tales of Greek mythology. The story goes that Pandora was the first woman on Earth. She was blessed with many gifts from the gods, including beauty, charm, and intelligence. However, Pandora is most famously known not for her gifts, but for her curiosity. She was given a box by the gods and explicitly told not to open it. Yet, unable to resist, Pandora opened the box, releasing all the evils of humanity into the world. Only hope remained inside the box, hidden beneath the misery and despair that was unleashed. The name Pandora is often associated with curiosity, but also with the unintended consequences that can come from it. It is a name that carries a cautionary tale about the dangers of ignoring warnings and giving in to temptation. A name associated with curiosity and unforeseen consequences, quite a combination, isn't it? The 6th name on our list is Delilah, a name of Hebrew origin. Now, some of you may recall the biblical story of Delilah from the Book of Judges. In this tale, Delilah is depicted as a woman of cunning and deceit who betrays her lover, Samson, for silver. She uses her charm to coax the secret of his great strength from him, and then, in a final act of treachery, she has his hair cut off while he sleeps, effectively rendering him powerless. This leads to Samson's capture, blindness, and eventual death. The name Delilah has since become synonymous with a woman who uses her allure to deceive and betray. It's a potent story, one that has left a lasting impression on this name. So, Delilah holds our sixth spot, a name with a tale of betrayal attached to it. Let's proceed to the next one. The fifth name we have is Medusa, a name of Greek origin. Now, Medusa wasn't always the monstrous figure we've come to know. In fact, she was once a beautiful maiden, envied by many for her striking appearance. However, after crossing paths with the wrong deity, she was transformed into a dreaded creature, her luscious locks replaced by hissing serpents and her captivating gaze turned lethal. Anyone who dared to look her in the eye was turned to stone, frozen forever in a state of terror. This tale of beauty turned beast, of punishment and isolation, has become one of the most enduring myths of Greek mythology. The name Medusa has since been synonymous with terror, a chilling reminder of the wrath of the gods and the curse that befell her. So if the name Medusa is on your list, it's worth considering the heavy burdens it carries. A name associated with a chilling curse. Let's move on to the next one. Next up we have the name Bellatrix, a name of Latin origin. This name takes us into the realm of ancient Rome, where it translates to female warrior. Quite a powerful meaning, right? But here's the twist. In our modern world, it's not the historical warriors who come to mind when we hear Bellatrix. Instead, many of us are transported into the magical world of Harry Potter, where Bellatrix Lestrange, a character bearing this name, wreaks havoc as a ruthless killer. She's fierce, unyielding, and certainly not someone you'd want to cross paths with in a dark alley. The name itself carries a certain gravitas, a certain weight. It's a name that demands respect, but also a name that has been associated with a character who is synonymous with cruelty and malice. So it's a name that can feel quite intimidating. A name with a fierce and ruthless connotation, quite intimidating, isn't it? The third name on our list is Eris, a name of Greek origin. Eris, in the annals of ancient Greek mythology, is the goddess of chaos and discord. She is often depicted as a troublemaker, sowing seeds of dispute among gods and humans alike. Now you might be wondering, why would a name with such connotations be a cause for concern? Well, names hold power. They carry with them the energies of their meanings, subtly influencing our perceptions and interactions. Imagine being associated with strife, chaos, and discord just by the virtue of your name. It's like carrying an invisible badge of turmoil. You see, a name is more than just a label. It's an identity, a story. And the story of Eris is one steeped in conflict and rebellion. So there you have it. Eris, a name associated with chaos and discord. Let's proceed to the next one. The second name we have is Nemesis, another name of Greek origin. Fascinating, isn't it? The allure of ancient mythology. Nemesis, as you might imagine, carries a weighty implication. It translates to retribution. In Greek mythology, Nemesis is the goddess of revenge and divine retribution, a deity who exacts vengeance on those who succumb to hubris, arrogance before the gods. Poetic, but a bit ominous, wouldn't you agree? Now imagine being married to a lady named Nemesis. It's as if every day you're living with the embodiment of retribution. It's a constant reminder that any wrong step could mean punishment. Not really the most comforting thought, is it? Again, it's not about the person but the name and the associations it carries. It's about the subconscious reactions these names might provoke. And let's be honest, who wants a daily reminder of divine retribution in their lives? A name with a tale of revenge and retribution attached to it. Let's move on to the final one. Finally, the unluckiest name on our list is Kali, a name of Sanskrit origin. In the vast tapestry of language, Kali stands out with its profound and perhaps daunting connotations. In the Sanskrit language, Kali translates to the Black One, or time. Now, why would time be considered unlucky, you might wonder? Well, the answer lies in the ancient Hindu mythology. Kali is the name of the Hindu goddess of destruction and time. She is often depicted as a fierce figure, a symbol of change, power, and chaos. This goddess is not entirely negative, as she also represents the transformative power of destruction, the necessary end before a new beginning. However, the association of the name with destruction and change might not be the most comforting. It carries a certain weight, a certain power. A name associated with destruction and time, quite a powerful and intimidating connotation, isn't it? So there you have it, 10 names that could bring bad luck if you marry a woman with such a name. We've journeyed through a list that represents quarrelsome, uncooperative, and even satanic connotations. From the 10th name all the way down to the unluckiest name, we've delved into the history and meanings behind each one. Consider the power of the name, the weight it carries, the story it tells. Names like Lilith with its satanic undertones, or Jezebel, a moniker synonymous with uncooperativeness and quarrelsomeness. Each name on our list carries a unique tale, a cautionary narrative that might make one think twice before tying the knot. Let's bear in mind that this is all in good fun, and the real value of a person lies far beyond the meaning of their name, but it doesn't hurt to know the backstory, right? After all, a name is more than just a label. It carries a history, a personality, and sometimes even a prophecy.